Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Today I'm going to go over what I ended up getting last week, week 17 in Supreme. I didn't get to do a live comp. I wish I did. I did really well. So spoiler alert, we cooked pretty damn hard. But we did really well. And then I also want to go over the last drop list of the season. Supreme is over. It's done. Till next year.
I feel like I'm chosen, I'm covered in gold.
Alright, let's get into it. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. We have some Discords below. I don't need to go over them again. I say it every time. Join those groups. A lot of information there, and it'll help you out in your quest to resell things or just to get things that are hard to come by. I wish I would have done a live cop for last week because I cooked all kinds of stuff. I pretty much got whatever I wanted except for Chucky. I failed to get Chucky. I know. We talked and everything last week and it didn't work out for me, but that's okay. We got everything else we wanted. So a friend of the channel, Lewis, whose comments below, and he's been around since the beginning of this channel, he had an extra copy of Tohru and wasn't running it and let me run it with a couple of his profiles and mine, and it hit everything I asked for, basically. On Tohru, I was able to acquire 3 box logos, so a black XL, a XL natural, and a large olive. I was also able to get an XL Mariah Carey tee in black. I wanted to get Chucky, but it wasn't meant to be. That's okay. And then I was running restocks on SwiftSole, and I was able to hit a black medium on SwiftSole. So I ended up with 4 cross-box logos overall on last drop day, and that was about as good as I could ever ask for. But maybe they just made 1,000 of them, because you guys are bricking them pretty hard right now. So I definitely want to say thank you to Lewis for letting me run that. I mean, there's no way that I was going to cook any of that without the help of using Tohru. And then Swift came through as well. So good job, SwiftSole. Good job, Tohru. But yeah, I mean, we had a COOKFEST. I wish I did a live cup because it would have been a good one for sure. 4 box logos ain't too bad. That's a pretty good day in my book. Okay, so the drop list is not very big this week. Not very much on the drop list, to be honest with you, that I'm interested in. Probably not very much that most of anybody is interested in. I did hear a rumor that they might restock Air Force Ones, but nobody's confirmed that. I mean, somebody says that they're restocking them every week, so, again, who knows? Just always pay attention to the EU. If the EU gets it, we're gonna get it. Okay, let me jump into it. So, there's only 6 items this week. Nothing's too amazing, except for maybe the last items. Anyways, let's take a look. First item is this marble 6-panel. I'm not really into this one. I believe they did a rayon shirt, either this or last season, that had a very similar pattern, and I didn't like that either. Probably not interested in this. Maybe if I needed it for a multi-cart, I won't this week because there's nothing else that I'm gonna really want to get. So let's keep going. The next one is the micro logo hooded sweatshirt. They are not lying when they say micro logo, so you're basically paying for a blank in essence with this little tiny Supreme down the middle. I'm not understanding what the point of this was, and obviously nobody else does either because it's downvoted quite a bit. Okay, so the next item on the list is the Windstopper Sweatpants. I think the Windstopper stuff actually is probably pretty nice, but it's going to be a little expensive. The sweatpants are going to go for $158. They're going to be a little bit nicer quality than the normal sweatpants, but at the end of the day, it's kind of expensive. It's not going to resell, but they're definitely nice. And I definitely like the Windstopper Zip-Up hooded sweatshirt. But again, it's going to be kind of on the expensive side with a retail of around $198. So that's very, very high for a hooded sweatshirt. It's a zip-up, so you can kind of pretend it's a jacket and maybe get away with it saying it's 200 bucks. I don't think there's going to be any resell in it at all. Just my opinion. Next item on the list, also a Windstopper item, the Windstopper New Era Hat. This one's kind of interesting. Might be something to go for. And I think these are fitted hats, so they're kind of nice. If you were going to go for a second item, this is probably a good one to go for. The bigger the sizes are better if it is fitted. If not, if it just has medium, large, whatever, the bigger sizes are always better in hats. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I kind of dig the camo. It's one of the only camos that I've liked that they've done, the gray camo. It's somewhat wearable. Black is always safe. The blue one kind of looks like Dodger colors to me, so that's probably a nice one to get too, especially being in LA. Retail on that one's going to be $58, so it's definitely on the higher end, but probably it is a fitted hat, so it will justify that price. And then finally, probably the only item I'm interested in is the Swarovski Crystal Zippo lighter. I think this is a really neat item, probably the king of all the Zippos that they've ever done. And it's not that expensive, it's $75 retail, at least that's what we're hearing right now. This is a nice item. This is a nice retail, and this thing could have some really high resale. And it's not that expensive. Like, I can see these going for double retail pretty easily. Again, the other Zippos really haven't done that terribly well, so, you know, at your own risk, like everything here. But in my opinion, that's probably the only item that you really need to go for this week. It's the only item I think I'm gonna go for. I might try to pick up one of the hats. I'm not really 100% sure on that. And that's the end of it. Super quick list, and that's how the season is going to end. Last season in spring summer, they did do an additional week with sale items. Not sure if they're going to do that this year. It really hadn't been done before, and I think the only reason they did do it was because COVID and the stores were shut down. So there's a potential that we see that again if it did really well for them, maybe. Generally they don't do it online from my understanding. And then definitely pay attention to Europe, see if those Air Force Ones restock. You always want to grab some of those if you can. Easy win. This was the first season I started doing any videos at all, Supreme videos, whatever. So I appreciate everybody that's joined me on this little journey that I've had so far. I know we're only going to go bigger and better, and I'll do more things with this channel, not just Supreme. I want to do more, but I really enjoy doing the Supreme stuff. I've enjoyed all of you guys that I've gotten to talk with and meet. And yeah, I hope you just keep on with me, and we'll do more things in the future. Again, if you haven't, like and subscribe. But now I've got to go get this edited. So thank you again for coming. You do not have to like leave YouTube or anything else, but you can't stay on this video anymore, literally, because I'm ending it like right now.